Cold out, guys. Man, I'm off to A&W to get some fries. As soon as I set up the camera and everything to start talking, I never ever know what to say. The reason why I'm trying to force myself to do some videos or whatever like this is because kind of hit me this year or last year that what's lineage, what's heritage, you know, where you're from and what you're leaving behind. And I kind of always been in this limbo state, just nature of the way my life has turned out. Kind of just by myself, I guess. I mean, I've had lots of people around, because I like people, extroverted, but it's been basically just me. So just a second, I'm going to do some ordering here. This is how I order A&W. Hello. Oh no, sorry, my window's
Hello, what can I do for you?
Yes, I would like to have some fries. Thank you. I shouldn't be allowed out in public. It's me that's awkward, but I also I'm also very good at denial. So you know, as they say, denial is not just a place over there. I got a jacket fuzz. Anyway, I've been thinking about heritage and lineage and just things. Tight. I got a new hat and it's too tight for my head. So I am hoping that I've always wanted like a Kangol hat, and something that might hit other strings, or this is what it's like having a conversation in my head with me. It's horrible. But yeah, heritage and lineage. Why? Because, well, I'm a former foster kid, so that would be the you know, where'd you come from? I mean, I know my family, but I can only go as far back as my grandfather on one side. And I didn't even know him really, didn't really talk much. So that's about it. Where'd you come from? I don't know. I can only go back as far as my grandfather, and they're dead. My grandfather and my grandmother, they passed away. And leaving behind is I do have a son. I was 18 years old. I fathered a child. He has not been in my life. You know, she was 17, I was 18. No, nothing against her at all. I mean, I didn't even know her, really. I mean, we only knew each other for a year, maybe, I guess, in high school. She got pregnant, and that's it. She needed to have a custody, like she needed to have a guardian, because she was 17, I was 18. And she couldn't stay in the province that I was in, and so they just left. That was it. That was it. So I know that there's, you know, I'll leave blood behind. You know, there's a bloodline to him, but that's more than that. You know, when you have a child and stuff, it's, you know, you want to pass on the things you've learned and all that. He has a father, you know, he has a dad, and she was a good person, so I presume she's a good mom. She's real smart, so. But that happened to me. So when I was a baby, my mom had to leave me with my father. It's actually the opposite. And I didn't know her, like, at all, really, at all. Like, we have, like, there's a bond between the mother and son. There is a connection. There really, really is. I wrote a poem about it. Maybe I'll read it one day. And there's a connection that it's, well, it's a miracle is what it is, but my turn. Just a second. I don't know her, really, you know, at all, much at all. And oop, I dropped my wallet. Today, wallet. So we live in the digital age now, so I want to, you know, just leave some stuff behind. Because what's the point of learning anything if you don't pass it on? See, I went and got snipped. No babies for me. I'm shooting blanks, ladies. Yeah. And because I didn't want to go deal with the child support cases thing again. 18 years old, aging out of foster care, and then getting slapped with a child support payment based on an income that I have still yet to this day never made in my ever, has decimated my life. That's why I did it. I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to go through that. It has destroyed my life completely. I know a lot of people out there may say, well, just get it together, pay your things and all that stuff. And I agree. I 100% agree. I really, really do. It's a little more complicated than that. All that stuff. We'll get into all that things and maybe in later some other videos. That's all. Oh, man, that's straws. Cool, man. Cheers. You too. Okay. So these are just some things that I was diagnosed with that I was not informed of when I was a child. I didn't treat for any of these things, but anybody that knows me, this will, be whatever, should explain some stuff differently. I've had head trauma too a few times. ODD, which I think is silly and stupid, but whatever. Behavioral patterns, it's angry, irritable moods, defiant behavior when you're a child. And still to this day, I have this burning feeling when I'm told what to do. I have this deep hate to be told what to do. I will help anybody if they ask. I will do everything I can to help anybody that I can if they ask, and I'm able to. I will drive hours. I will do whatever at any time. I don't care, and I don't even hold ill will or want anything for it. I'm not a good person. I just got nothing to do. But it's just, if I am told what to do by somebody who thinks that they have authority over me, which is every single person when you don't have a place in this world, in regular life, job, career, kids, pay all the house and bills and boss, and you're actually trying to, you're in the hierarchy. I live outside of the hierarchy of life. Not for lack of trying. I've tried to join your world, but get into reasons why that hasn't happened later. So yeah, ODD. I don't know how to explain it. I always thought it was just being I just didn't like being told what to do, but that's not true, because I don't mind being told what to do. It's positions of people that feel they have an authority over me. I understand that there are people out there like, police officers and judges and all that stuff, but yeah, that's so, it's like, I obey, okay, the law, I get that, you need rules. And I have respect for people. Everybody's just, you're trying to do their job, man. We're trying to just feed the kids and you're trying to do, pay the bills or whatever you're doing. That I have respect for. So, I'm not an asshole. But you don't have authority over me. I've never ever had anybody including my parents, ever, because I went into foster care at 11. And even then it was just Dad and I. He was gone 16, 17 hours of the day mostly, and I was here, there, everywhere. I would just leave in the middle of class. If I like grade 5, I don't really know where I went to school for grade 5 or grade 4. Grade 3 actually was I went to in Red Deer. I went to some Catholic school. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there enough, and I don't remember being that much of an asshole, but I do remember at the end of the year, actually, my old man said that they got a hold of him later and had to apologize because the kids came clean because they felt guilty. So I guess what was happening is that I was getting blamed for a bunch of shit when I was a kid. And this is a true story, I was getting blamed for a whole bunch of things, and like, I wasn't broken much by then. I was still just being an idiot kid then. But, so... actually, you know what? I'm going to do a quick drive because it's easier to talk and drive. At the end of the year, I had to go into the principal's office, and I was grade 3. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you how old you are when you're in grade 3. Not a clue. But I remember having to go to the office, and they took this strap, the principal and I think the teacher, I don't know. They took this strap, and I had to hold out my hand like that, my hand, and they grabbed the palm of my hand, or the wrist of my hand, and they had this belt, and I don't remember, it wasn't like leather or anything, but it did sparkle. Right? And he just fucking whacked the shit out of my palm of my hand. And I don't even remember why. I don't remember it hurting either, but I remember it happening, and I remember losing my mind. So that's that day. Anyway, so that was grade 3, grade 6, and after that, like, I would just get up and walk out in the middle of class. I don't know, I didn't care. Around that point, 3, 4 years old, I think I was homeschooled at that point. I honestly don't know. There's so many black spots in my head.